51? You want or you don't want? 52? Not required, right? When it is having roots are equal, so this must be in the form of either x plus 4 whole square or x minus 4 whole square is equal to 0, because your product is 16, right? Same roots, it should be in the form of a square, and which is a 4 square, so it has to be either x plus 4 whole square or x minus 4 whole square. Then roots are plus or minus 4. 53, come on. 54. The average weight of 15 cricketers is 45. When the weights of 3 coaches are included, the average weight becomes 47. Find the average weight of 3 coaches. Okay. How many cricket players are there? What's their initial average? Now how many people join? 3 people. If these 3 people average is also equals to 45, average will be same as before, correct? But now after these 3 coaches, these 3 people joined the group, what happened to average? Becomes 47. That means increased, right? So because of this, average of these 3 people must be definitely more than 45. Average increased by 2. For how many people? For entire group, right? Group in the sense 18 members. Can we directly add 2 times of 18 to the number 45? Why? 45 is average. To the average we can add or subtract only the average. So average for how many people? 3 people divided by 3. 3 6 times. 45 plus 12, 57. Next, a product is sold at a loss of 119, which is marked 18.2/11% above the cost price, and sold at a discount of 33 1/3%. Find the selling price of the article. Okay. Now marked at 18.2/11% above the cost price. 18.2/11. Can we treat it as 211? 9 1/11 into 2. Correct. Fractional form is equal to 2/11. What is denominator? So if the cost price is 11 parts, market price must be 2 parts more. It has to be 13 parts. Clear? And is sold after giving a discount of 33 1/3%. 33 1/3%. 1/3. So upon market price 13 parts, can you calculate 1/3? And will you get an integer? No, right? So I am expecting 3 multiple here for cost price and then market price. Market price 13 parts is not a multiple of 3. Hence I'll multiply that with 3, which is equal to 39 parts. Then cost price also must be multiplied by 3, becomes 33 parts. Is this okay? So far clear? Now there is a discount of 33 1/3%, which is 1/3. 1/3 discount on 39 parts, 13 parts, correct? Then selling price becomes 26 parts. Clear? If the market price is 33 and the selling price is 26, will there be loss or profit? How many parts? 7 parts. And loss in terms of rupees mentioned as 119. From this, 1 part is equal to by 7. And the question is about selling price, which is 26 parts into 26. Is that okay? 6 into 9 ends with, denominator ends with 7 into which number ends with 4? Come on. How many options are there? Come on, how many options are there? 2 options. Now, when you look at first option, that is clear multiple of 9. Come on. Now, observe our original numerators 119 and then 26. Either in 119 or in 26. Do you see 9 multiple or 3 multiples? So can your answer be a 9 multiple or 3 multiple? Though first option ends with 2, that cannot be the answer. Hence you can go with second option final answer. Right. $56. You want me to discuss or skip? Come on. In a trapezium ABCD, AB is parallel to DC and diagonals AC and BD intersect at O. If AB is 8, DC is 18, then the ratio of area AOB and then COD. Right, this is trapezium. Okay. Correct? Matladru. A, B, C, D. AB is parallel to DC. Okay, they are parallel. And diagonals AC, BD intersect at O. If AB is 8, DC is 18, what is the ratio of area of AOB and then COD? AOB, COD. These two triangles area we have to calculate ratio, correct? Now, BD is diagonal and AC is diagonal. Can we say the triangle AOB and DOC similar triangles having same angle at 3 corners? Same angle at 3 corners. Where exactly it is? Let me tell you. Angle at ODC, angle at ABO, both must be same. These two green color angles are same. And at the same time, angle at DCO at C, angle at A, both must be same. And at the same time, angle at DOC and angle at AOB, both must be having same angles, correct? If we have same angles, we can call them as similar triangles. In similar triangles, sides ratio for AOB and for DOC, sides ratio, come on, 8 and 18. What is ratio here? 4:2. Then area, in the sense it's a 2-dimensional, right? If it is a 2-dimensional, we have to take squares. Simplified ratio is 4:9 and its ratio 16:81. Area ratio 16:81. Clear? 17 workers completed 40.8% of the work in 6 days. In how many days the total work will be completed if the rest of the work is completed by 37 workers, right? Now initially already 17 people are there and they started working for 6 days and they completed 40.8% of the work. Left hand side, it is about completed work. Right hand side, we have to write the information about remaining work. Deni gurinchi rayali, remaining. Now, if 40.8% of the work is already completed, how much is remaining? 59.2% of the work is remaining. And to complete this remaining work, how many persons started working? 37. And they will be working for X number of days, let us assume. X is not our final answer. Is X the final answer? If the question is about remaining work, answer is X. But what is the question? Number of days taken to complete the total work. That means already how many days are over? 6. To complete remaining work, X. So total 6 plus X. Understand? Right. So now, In both denominators, we have only one digit after decimal. We can treat it as 408 and then 592. Left hand side numerator 17 6 times. How much is that? 60 plus 42, 102. Correct? 102. How many times? Come on. 4, 1, 19. 4 4s, 16. 32. 8 times. 37 double. 74. 74 double. 148. How many times is that? 4. If x is equal to 4, what's your answer? Plus 6, so answer must be 10. Understand? Now, in general, in this particular question, usually, examiner will definitely try to trap students, right? అవునా కదా? ఇప్పుడు x వాల్యూ వచ్చిన తర్వాత యూజువల్గా స్టూడెంట్కి ఉండే ఫీలింగ్ ఏంటి? ఆన్సర్ వచ్చిందనే ఫీలింగ్, అవునా? ఇప్పుడు మనం స్పెసిఫిక్గా మాట్లాడుకున్నాం, రిమైనింగ్ అని కాదు అడిగింది, టోటల్ అని. కాబట్టి ఎక్స్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత 6 యాడ్ చేస్తే ఆన్సర్ వస్తుంది అని అనుకున్నాం, అవునా? కొంతమంది ఆ 6 యాడ్ చేయటం మర్చిపోతారా ఆ హరీలో? ఇప్పుడు అప్పుడు అక్కడ ఎస్. సో ఎగ్జామినర్ విల్ గివ్ యూ, చెప్పండి, ఆప్షన్స్, x value and plus 6 also. Correct? He will give you x plus 6 both. Correct? Without solving this question, first of all, I will observe options. I could see 2 options like this. First option plus 6 will give me third option. Second option plus 6 will give me 12. 2 possibilities are there. If at all, in place of 6, there is some number 5. I'll directly go with 10 as final answer. Because I know that examiner will trap me. So he will give x as well as x plus 6. X plus 6 is final answer. Like that there is only one option. 4 and 10, I'll go with 10 as final answer. ఇది ఎగ్జామ్లో పెట్టాలి అని అంటే గట్స్ ఉండాలి. ఇప్పుడు వినేటప్పుడు మీలాగా ఇట్లా తలకాయ ముందుకు పెట్టి ఇలా వినటచ్చు, కానీ ఎగ్జామ్ హాల్లో ఈ ఐడియా రావటం ఒకటి, వచ్చిన తర్వాత ఆప్షన్ మార్క్ చేయాలి అని అన్నా సరే గట్స్ ఉండాలి. బట్ లైక్ దిస్, ఇఫ్ దెర్ ఈజ్ ఓన్లీ వన్ కాంబినేషన్, దట్స్ గోయింగ్ టు బి ద రైట్ ఆన్సర్, నో డౌట్ అబౌట్ ఇట్. సైకాలజీ అంతే. ఇంకొకటి, మీకు ఎక్స్ ప్లస్ 6 తెలిసినప్పుడు మీకు ఇచ్చే ఆప్షన్స్లో ముందు ఎక్సే కనపడుతుంది. ట్రాప్, అది బిస్కెట్ వేశారు, ఏంటో మీకు అర్థం కాల. సరే ఏదో రైట్, ఓకే, సరే కానివ్వండి. ఇంకా ద కాంపౌండ్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ అనే సమ్ ఆఫ్ 2170 for 2 years is 455.7. What will be the interest after 3 years on the same sum at the same rate of interest? At the same rate of interest, right? Come on everybody. So now 2170. What is 10% of it? 217. What is 20%? 434. But our interest is little bit more than 434. How much more? 21.7, which is 1%, right? So what is total 2 years interest? 21%, correct? For how many years? 2 years. For 2 years, if it is 21%, for 1 year, rate of interest 10%, right? For 3 years, 33.1%, correct? 33.1 into 1% value, which is 21.7, correct? Answer must end with, how many options are there? Come on. You can go with multiplication rule and all. Otherwise, approximately, can I treat it as 22? 22 into 33. 22 into 33. 33 is 3 multiple. 3 times of? 3 times of 11. 22 is also 2 multiple, 2 times of. So in the entire conversation, I am saying 3 into 11, 2 into 11, 3 into 2, 6, 11 into 11, 121 6 times in the sense, 720 something. Go to options. There is only one. Understood? Two years. What is 2 years interest? What is 2 years interest? 455.7. Yes? First thing, when you look at your options, options have comfortable difference. If options are having 262.57, 261.53, 260.52, if they are like that, then you need to calculate exact answer, because difference between options is too close. Avuna? Do you have comfortable difference now? ఎన్ని హండ్రెడ్స్ చేస్తే సరిపోద్దా? మాట్లాడరు. 2 years interest is 455. Approximately 1 year in the sense half only. Half of that number is equal to 227.5. 3 years in the sense 681, and it should be definitely more, right? If it is simple interest, exactly we will get the same. But if it is compound interest, we will get every year more interest than the previous year. Avuna? So our 3 years interest must be definitely more than 681. Go to options. Go to options. Only one. Done. You don't need to try for exact answer. You want or you don't want? Skip. 61. A card? No. Not required. A chord PQ of a circle C1 of radius 25 centimeters touches circle C2, which is concentric with C1. Concentric. Circle in a circle having same center. So first outer circle is C1. Am I right? Inner circle is C. Okay. The radius of C2 is 7 centimeters. Find the length of the chord. Now, what is radius of C2? 7. And there is a chord like this. Let me change the color. There is a chord PQ of circle C1. C1 radius is 25 and which touches circle C2. So chord touches circle C2. Agreed? C2 radius is 7. C1 radius 20. Okay. What is blue color? Radius for Amma? What is blue color? Adi radius aithe adi kuda radius ega. What is green color? What is green color? Radius for C. Now I will draw the same in reverse way. Reverse way in the sense I am changing the direction of the triangle. Okay. This value. Correct? What is this you said? Length of the chord. And that's what we have to calculate, right? Base value is length of the chord. That's what we have to calculate. Correct? This one 25. This one 25. Hypotenuse, right? 25 and 25. And height, what is this? Amma? 7. So it's a right angle triangle, right? Should follow Pythagoras triplet. What must be the base value now? 24. See, that is equal to under root of 625 minus 49, which is 576, under root value, which is 24. Correct? The other part also 24. Then what is total length of the chord? 48. That's it. Okay now. మీరు ఈ బొమ్మ డ్రా చేసేటప్పుడే కింద డ్రా చేస్తే ఇంకా ఈజీగా ఉంటుంది. హియర్ ఈస్ ద కార్డ్. కమ్ ఆన్. దిస్ ఈస్ రేడియస్ ఆఫ్ C2. దిస్ ఈస్ రేడియస్ ఆఫ్ C1. దిస్ ఈస్ రేడియస్ ఆఫ్ C1. దిస్ ఈస్ 25, 25, 7. This guy 24, this guy 24. So length of chord is 48. Okay now. Right, next. Two trains, Shatabdi and then Garib Rath, with speed 72 km per hour and x km per hour, where x is less than 72. So speed of the first train is more than the speed of the second train. Agreed? Are 630 kilometers away from each other. That means distance between both the trains is 630. Okay. They start simultaneously and travel towards each other. If the difference between the distances traveled by them when they meet is 90 kilometers, then find the value of x. See in what direction they are moving? In what direction they are moving? Opposite direction. Towards each other they are saying. Correct? So A nunchi B ki, B nunchi A ki vastunatlu. They are moving in opposite direction. Then relative speed S1 plus S2 or S1 minus S2. So S1 plus S2 is equal to, can I say distance covered by both the trains 630? Enduku S1 plus S2 630 తీసుకోవాలి? You are supposed to take D1 plus D2 is equal to 630, right? D1 plus D2 na S1 plus S2 na? S1 plus S2 na D1 plus D2 na? S1 plus S2 na? Enduku? స్పీడ్స్ ఆపోజిట్లో ఉన్నాయి, అంతవరకు బాగానే ఉంది. దిస్ ఈజ్ కాల్డ్ రిలేటివ్ స్పీడ్, రైట్? S1 plus S2 is equal to relative speed. Agreed or not? What is 630? Distance or speed? So can you equate distance is equal to speed? Can you do that? That's what I'm asking you. Can I directly take S1 plus S2 is equal to 630, or should I take D1 plus D2 is equal to 630? Which is correct? D1 plus D2 is equal to 630. మరి S1 plus S2 is equal to 630 అంటే సార్ కరెక్టే సార్, నువ్వు ఏది చెప్తే అది రైటే సార్ అన్నట్టు ఎస్ అంటున్నారు. మరి ఇస్ ఇట్ ట్రూ? మాట్లాడాలి. ఇట్ ఈస్ ట్రూ. ఇట్ ఈస్ ట్రూ. ట్రూవా? ఏయ్ పిల్లలు మాట్లాడాలి. కరెక్టా? S1 plus S2 is equal to 630 అనొచ్చా? అనొచ్చా? మాట్లాడాలి. ఈ ఆయన కళ్ళు చూస్తే ఎందుకు మన కళ్ళు కాదు అటు చూద్దామని అమ్మాయి అటు చూస్తుంది. They both started from two different places at the same time, right? And both are traveling opposite direction and meet at particular time, right? So time that it takes for the first person to reach the center point, center or meeting point, or time that it takes for the second train to reach the meeting point is same. If the time is same, can we say distance is directly proportional to speed? I think yesterday or day before yesterday itself we discussed. If there are two different persons traveling with two different speeds, and if they travel for the same time, the one who maintains the more speed will cover more distance. Matladama? If time is constant, distance is directly proportional to speed. So with that case, I can say S1 plus S2 is equal to 630, right? But I will not say kilometer per hour. If you say kilometer per hour, this is the distance covered by both in 1 hour. So ఆ 630 వాళ్ళిద్దరు కలిసి 1 అవర్లో కవర్ చేశారని తెలుసా మనకి? ఇట్ ఈస్ సేమ్ టైం వి నో. ఆ సేమ్ టైం అంటే ఇట్ మే బి 1 hour, 1.5 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, or it may be X hours. We don't know that. Clear? Continue. Next. And now at the same time they mentioned 90 is the distance covered by, come on, 90 is the distance between both of them. Yes? Can I say S1 minus S2, which is equal to 90? Now if you want to calculate S1, which is sum divided by 2, how much is that? 720 by 2. If you want to calculate difference, that is S2, difference by 2 only. How much is that? 540 by 2. Clear? Now, you already know that speed of the first train is 72 kilometer per hour. Agreed? If this is equal to 72, 540 by 2 must be equal to? ఇక్కడ చూడండి అమ్మా, 0 and by 2 has no value, 70 to 72 equal, and 0 by 2 has no value, it becomes 54, right? So what is speed of the second train? Value of x, that's what we were asked to calculate, which is 54. If you want to calculate exact value, look at this. S1 plus S2 is the relative speed, and they travel for some time. You don't know how much is that. Let it be x, or let it be t number of hours, which is equal to 630. Difference S1 minus S2 is the difference between both for t number of hours, which is equal to 90. Now if you go for division symbol here, divided by s, tt can be cancelled, 0 0 can be cancelled. S1 72 plus S2 by 72 minus S2 is equal to 63 by 9 only. 9 how many times is 63? 7 by 1. You need to go for cross multiplication and get the value of S2. అర్థమైందా? Right. 2 minus sin square theta is equal to 3 sin theta cos theta, and we were asked to calculate theta value. So how do we do? Substitution. And first option itself is the final answer. 2 minus sin square 45, 1 by 2, 3 into sin 45, 1 by root 2, cos 45, 1 by root 2. Left hand side 3 by 2, right hand side 3 by 2. Both are equal. First option final answer. Whenever we were asked to calculate theta value or x value, substitution is the best approach. Okay, now in what ratio should type L rice costing 53 be mixed with type M rice costing 74 rupees per kg, such that the resultant mixer when sold at 91 rupees per kg gives a profit of 62.5%. Look at this fellow. Percentage 62.5%. 5 by what is denominator? So you must take your cost price as 8 parts only. Now the profit is 5/8 of cost price, which is 5 parts. Then how much is the selling price? Come on. Cost price emo 8 parts amma, profit emo 5/8 annaru. Ante 5 parts e kada. Mari selling price enta? 13 parts. Question lo we were given selling price in terms of rupees. How many rupees is that? This is about mixer they are talking about, which is 91. If 13 parts is equal to 91, 13 how many times is 91? Then cost price in the sense 8 parts, 8 7 times is 56 rupees only. So what is 56? Cost price. Cost price of what item? Mixer. So that should be here, right? In allegation and mixer, you know that 56 is mixer cost price. First item cost price 53, second item cost price 74. When you go with allegation, 18 comes here, here 3 comes here, and the ratio 6:1. So we have to mix them in the ratio 6:1, which is first option. Hope you followed. Is this okay? Come on. A mixer has milk and water in the ratio 9:4. 9 parts and then 4 parts. Yes? Milk and water. In this mixer, 33 1/3% of milk is removed. 33 1/3%. 1/3. 1/3 of milk. How many parts of milk we have? Amma? So can we calculate 1/3 of that number? Otherwise we can change it. అర్థమైందా? ఇక్కడ 3 మల్టిపుల్ ఉంది కాబట్టి సరిపోయింది. లేకపోతే మనం ఏం చేస్తాం? 3తో మల్టిప్లై చేసి 3 మల్టిపుల్ చేసుకునేవాళ్ళం. అవునా? Right. So now I'll start with 9 parts and then 4 parts. 1/3 of the milk is removed. Then we will have 6 parts of the milk. And then 25% of water increase. 25% of 4 parts. 1 part added, right? 5 parts. Next. Then from the resulting mixture, 6 liters of milk is removed. So from this 6 liters milk is removed. Come on. 13 liters of water is added. 13 liters of water added. Such that the ratio becomes 6:7. What is the initial quantity of the mixture? Initial quantity of the mixture in the sense, how many parts we have? 9 and then 4. Total how many parts? Amma? It has to be straightforward, a multiple of 13, right? Is your first option 13 multiple? Yes. Second option? Multiple options are there. So we have to calculate. If there is only one 13 multiple, you are done with it. Yes? Come on. Right. So now leftover milk is 6 parts minus 6 and water is 5 parts plus 13. And final ratio they mentioned 6:2. That is 6/7 only. Left hand side numerator, can I take 6 common? Matladali. Right hand side numerator 6 is common, right? So that gets cancelled. So we have P minus 1 left over in the left hand side numerator. Agreed? When you go for cross multiplication, 7 parts, 5 parts, difference 2 parts is equal to 13 into 1, 7 into minus 1, minus 7 goes to the other side, becomes 20. We were asked to calculate initial quantity total 13 parts, that has to be 130. అర్థమైందా? Sure. చాలాసార్లు చేసినట్లున్నాం, చేసామా లేదా? Come on, tell me. X cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz is equal to x plus y plus z into, you are supposed to write, ఇక్కడ యాక్చువల్గా ఏం రాయాలి చెప్పండి? x square plus y square plus z square minus xy minus yz minus zx, అదే కదా రాయాలి. కానీ x square y square z square వాల్యూస్ ఉన్నాయా మన దగ్గర? సో వీ విల్ చేంజ్ ఇట్, రైట్? హౌ డు వి చేంజ్? ఇది కూడా మాట్లాడుకున్నాం మనం. x plus y plus z, tell me, whole square minus 3 times of xy yz zx. Do you all remember this? Right. So this is what x cube y cube z cube value we want. Let it be x cube y cube z cube minus 3 times of xyz, మాట్లాడండి, 30 is equal to x plus y plus z, 10 into, come on, 10 square minus 3 times of, come on tell me, 31, 3 times of 31, 91, 100 minus 91, sorry 93, 100 minus 93, 7 into 10, 70. Left hand side minus 90 comes to this side, becomes 160. Over? Followed? So ఈ ఆల్జీబ్రా ఈక్వేషన్స్ ఫార్ములాస్ కొంచెం బాగా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి, ఓకేనా? What do you mean by cot theta? See, we have so many ways to answer this question. You can form the triangle. Come on. Cot 20, 21. and you can find out hypotenuse, correct? Under root of 400 plus 441, that is 29, 841 under root value. Using this we can know sin theta, cos theta, and then we can substitute, correct? Otherwise, look at this. Cot theta in the sense, can I write it as sin theta by, cos theta by sin theta, which is equal to 20 by 21. Can we write like that? Now I will take cos theta is equal to 20 parts. 20 parts. Sin theta is equal to 21 parts. Now sin theta 21 parts, cos theta 20 parts divided by 21 parts minus 20 parts, which is 41 parts by 1 part. PP gets cancelled, 41 final answer. Got it? You don't need triangle. You don't need to find out how much is the hypotenuse. Followed? Next. This also. Yesterday also I think similar question we have completed. So we will take x common, then it becomes x, tell me, minus 4 plus 1 by x is equal to 0. From that I will write x plus 1 by x is equal to 4. Antena? In the question, numerator will take x common, x square plus 1 by x square. Even in the denominator, if you take x common, it becomes x plus 1 by x. Now you can cancel x in the numerator and the denominator, correct? So finally we need to calculate x square plus 1 by x square by x plus 1 by x. Denominator value already you know, which is equal to 4. And now we need to calculate x square plus 1 by x square. Now we have this value, right? Just squaring on it, x square plus 1 by x square plus 2 into x into 1 by x, that is 2 only. Right hand side number is equal to 4 square, 16 only. Plus 2 goes to the other side, 16 minus 2, which is 14 only. Then just substitute values. Numerator is x square plus 1 by x square, which is 14, and the denominator x plus 1 by x, which is 4. Answer 3.5. Done. Understood? Right. Let's simplify this. Secant theta. What do you mean by secant theta? 1 by cos theta. I'll write like this, 1 by c. Cosecant theta, 1 by sin divided by tan theta, sin by cos. Cot theta, cos by sin is equal to under root of cos theta. Right hand side number root 2 into cos theta, correct? Keep it as it is. We'll consider that later. Let me first simplify this fellow. In the numerator, if you take cos theta into sin theta common, even in the denominator also you can take cos theta into sin theta common, and both values gets cancelled, right? So do I really need to worry about my denominators in numerator and denominator? Vadileddam dani gurinchi. Now, if you take cos theta sin theta common, what will be the numerator? Sin theta plus divided by sin square theta plus cos square theta, which is 1, correct? And this is equal to root 2 cos theta. That's what we have, correct? Right. Now, ikkada c ante cos theta ne kada? Adi right hand side pattukelte sin theta is equal to root 2 cos theta minus, if you take cos theta common, it becomes root 2 minus 1. రైట్, ఇక్కడి నుంచి రకరకాలుగా చేయొచ్చు. ఒక్కసారి క్వశ్చన్ చూస్తే సైన్ థీటా కాస్ థీటా మైనస్ సైన్ స్క్వేర్ థీటా, అదే కదా ఉంది. సైన్ స్క్వేర్ తీటా అనేది ఉంది కదా, మాట్లాడాలి. అండ్ దెన్ సైన్ తీటా కాస్ తీటా ఉంది కదా, అక్కడే క్లూ వచ్చేసింది చూడండి. సైన్ స్క్వేర్ తీటా ఉంది క్వశ్చన్లో, సైన్ తీటా కాస్ తీటా ఉంది. మీకు ఇప్పటి వరకు వచ్చిన దానిలో సైన్ తీటా లెఫ్ట్ హ్యాండ్ సైడ్ ఉంది, రైట్ హ్యాండ్ సైడ్ కాస్ తీటా ఉంది. క్లూ వచ్చేసింది ఆల్రెడీ. మల్టిప్లై బోత్ సైడ్స్ విత్ సైన్, దెన్ యూ విల్ హ్యావ్ sin square theta is equal to sin theta cos theta into root 2 minus 1. Yes? And left hand side and right hand side I'll multiply with root 2 plus 1. I'll multiply left hand side and right hand side with root 2 plus 1. Then we will have root 2 plus 1 into sin square theta is equal to sin theta cos theta. Correct? ఇక్కడ a మైనస్ బిని a ప్లస్ బితో మల్టిప్లై చేస్తే a స్క్వేర్ మైనస్ బి స్క్వేర్ 2 మైనస్ 1 1 అయిపోతుంది కదా. రైట్. ఇప్పుడు ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ క్వశ్చన్కి రండి. క్వశ్చన్లో సైన్ తీటా కామన్ ధీమన్ ఉంది, అవునా? రైట్. రూట్ 2 సైన్ స్క్వేర్ తీటా is equal to sin square theta goes to the right hand side and it will be sin theta cos theta minus sin square theta only. If you take sin theta common, that will be cos theta into sin theta only, cos theta minus sin theta only. ఇదే కదా క్వశ్చన్లో ఉంది. sin theta into cos theta minus sin theta is equal to that is equal to root 2 sin square theta. Yes, that is one way. The other way, ఒక్క నిమిషం రండి, ఇక్కడ చూడండి. ఆఫ్టర్ దిస్ స్టెప్ sin theta is equal to cos theta into root 2 minus 1. We can write it as sin theta by cos theta is equal to root 2 minus 1. Correct? Can I also write like this? Sin theta is equal to root 2 minus 1 parts. Cos theta is equal to 1 part. You can consider parts or directly you can consider numbers also. No problem. Yes. In the question we have sin theta root 2 minus 1 into cos theta 1 minus sin theta. Antena undi. Minus of minus 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1. So here inside bracket 2 into root 2. Already we have root 2 minus 1. Yes. When you look at this, can you take root 2 common? Then value becomes root 2 minus 1. Already we have root 2 minus 1. So that we can write as root 2 minus 1 whole square. Already root 2 taken common. Yes. What is this fellow? Akkada undi kada already. Sin theta. So this is equal to root 2 into sin square theta. That's it. It's up to you. ఎలా అయినా చేయొచ్చు. Over. ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. DC and AB are produced to meet at E and CB and DA are produced to meet at F. If ABC, angle at ABC and angle at ADC is equal to 2:1, angle at BCD is 10 degrees less than angle at ABC, then what is the angle of angle DEB minus CFD? Okay. Now quadrilateral in the sense ABCD we will have like this. Cyclic quadrilateral in this circle also will come. Correct? Now DC and AB produce to meet at E. That means you should write a point like this. Matladru. AD and CB both are produced. Here also we have one more thing. లేదా పైకన్నా తీసుకోండి. ఇక్కడ E ఉంది, ఇక్కడ F ఉంది అని అంటున్నారు. అంతేనా? The same I'll write like this. Look at this. Okay, A, B, C, D, E, F. Is that okay? Right. Look at this. Angle at ABC, angle at ADC. ABC, this one, ADC, this one. They both are in the ratio 2:1. In cyclic quadrilateral, opposite angles must be 180. That means 2 parts and then 1 part. 3 parts must be 180 degrees. 1 part, which is 1 part, angle at ADC. ADC is 1 part, which is 60. Then this fellow is 120. Correct? Next, angle at BCD is 10 degrees less than angle at ABC. Angle at BCD 10 degrees less than angle at ABC, which is 110 only. Then what is the value of ADE? DEB. DEB. This one, CFD. CFD. This one. So here and here we need to calculate angles. అర్థమైందా? ఇంకొంచెం క్లియర్గా వేస్తాను, ఆగండి. రైట్, ఇప్పుడు రండమ్మా. Now it will be clear. A, B, C, D. This fellow 60. This fellow 120. This fellow 110. Then what is angle at A? At A and C, both opposite angles, right? Sum must be 180. So A must be equal to 70. Avuna? Right. Ippudu F దగ్గర angle కావాలి, E దగ్గర angle కావాలి. అంతేనా? Now what I'll do is, I will concentrate this particular triangle. So now, in that particular triangle, this is a straight line. Come on. Angle at B, ABC is 120. Straight line in the sense, if you add the other angle, that must be equal to 180, right? Then other angle must be equal to, Emma? So here I'll write 60. With the same logic, angle at C, BCD 110. Then the other angle opposite, come on, 70. So in the new triangle BCE, already 60, 70, 130 we have. Angle at E must be 50. Same logic. Angle at B is 120. Matladali. Then for the triangle, here angle is 60. Angle at A is 70. Then the other angle is 110. So in the triangle ABF, already we have 110 plus 60, 170. Then the other angle 10. And what is your question about? Difference only? Difference between 50 and 10. Answer 40. Over. Do you really want this? Sure? This one? Yes or no? Triangle ABC is equilateral triangle in which AB, BC, CA is equal to 30. ఈ రామాయణం బదులు విత్ సైడ్ 30 అనేచ్చు కదా. ఈక్వలేటరల్ ట్రయాంగిల్ అంటేనే కండిషన్ అది కదా, వాళ్ళు స్పెసిఫిక్గా చెప్పాల్సిన అవసరం మనకు లేదు. AD is the median and G is the centroid. Find the length of AG. Okay, right. Now in the equilateral triangle, if they are talking about the median, for equilateral triangle, what do we call this? Median enamma, దీన్ని ఏమంటాం? Height. We call it as height. What is formula for height? √3/2 into A. How much is A? Side 30. This is height of the triangle, which is median. Correct? Now G is the centroid. Centroid divides median in the ratio 2:1. 2 parts here and then 1 part here. This is A, B, C, correct? And D. AD is median, the same we can call it as height, correct? So √3/2 into 30. This is what divided in the ratio 2:1. And now we were asked to calculate AG. Antena? ఏమండి AG అంటే ఎన్ని పార్ట్స్? ఇది మొత్తం ఎన్ని పార్ట్స్? అందులో 2 పార్ట్స్ కదా కావాలి. 1 పార్ట్ కావాలి అని అంటే /3, 2 పార్ట్స్ కావాలి కాబట్టి ఇంటూ 2. అంతేనా? 2 2 10 times. Answer 10√3. That's it. Over. A person spends 35% of his income on rent, 20% of the remaining. How much is remaining? Come on, Pillalu. 65. 20% of that fellow. 13. How much is that? 13. Remaining 52. Matladru. 35 is over, 13 is over, remaining 52. And places the remaining in FD and stocks in the ratio 8:5. Total how many parts we have? 13. If 52 is divided into 13 parts, each part is 4. 8 parts, 32. 5 parts, 20. Correct? Right. The difference between the amounts placed in FD and stock. FD 8 parts, stock 5 parts. Antena? In terms of percentage, FD is 32, stock 20. Difference? So 80.4 is equal to 12%. Then 1% value is by 12 only. What exactly is the question? Find the shopping expenditure. For shopping, how much is spent? 20% of the remaining they are saying. That is 13% only. Into 13 only. Right. ఈ రామాయణం అంతా చేయకుండా మల్టిపుల్ ఆప్షన్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఓకే, ఇది ఎన్ని పార్ట్స్? ఇది 80.4 ఎన్ని పార్ట్స్? సారీ 80.4 ఎంత పర్సెంటేజ్? 12% కదా, అందుకే కదా బై 12 రాసి 1% వచ్చింది. సో 80.4 అనేది ఎంత పర్సెంట్? మనకి ఎంత పర్సెంట్ కావాలి అంటే ఎంత పర్సెంట్ యాడ్ చేయాలి? 1 12 నుంచి ఎలా వస్తుంది? బై 12. 12 నుంచి 1 ఎలా వస్తుందండి? బై 12. అంటే 80.4 is 12%. To this, if I can add 1% value, I am done. Using 12% divided by 12 will give you 1% value. Divided by 12. 12 6 times. 12 6 times 72. How much is left? 8.4. 12 how many times? 7 times, which is 87.1. Done. థర్టీన్ అనేది ప్రైమ్ నెంబర్ కదా, 13 ప్రైమ్ నెంబర్ కదా, వెరిఫై చేయటం కష్టం. 80.4లో పోనీ అదన్నా చెక్ చేద్దాము అని అంటే అందులో లక్కీగా 3 మల్టిపుల్ ఉంది. ఎక్కడో ఒక లైట్ వచ్చింది 3 మల్టిపుల్ ఉందని. ఒకసారి కిందకు చూడండి, ఆ లైట్ ఆగిపోద్ది. కింద కూడా 3 మల్టిపుల్ ఉంది కదా. సో వీ హ్యావ్ టు క్యాలిక్యులేట్ 13 మల్టిపుల్. అది చేయటం కష్టం నాకు మీకు ఈజీ అయితే మీరు హ్యాపీగా చేసేయచ్చు. స్కిప్ ఆర్ యు వాంట్ 75?